was one of the most bizarre political scandals. And now disgraced former New York Congressman George Santos is weeks away from his sentencing. He's asking the judge for leniency, but as Carolyn Gusoff reports, prosecutors are laying out how he lied, stole, and defrauded voters.
George Santos rode a red wave into Congress, but prosecutors say he did it by weaving an unparalleled web of lies. In this scathing sentencing document, they say he didn't just pad his resume. He used a wholly fictitious biography to enrich himself and capture one of the highest offices. His conduct made a mockery of our election system through various schemes. The party scheme, falsifying campaign finance reports to unlock GOP support with fake donations in relatives' names, a credit card fraud scheme, stealing from elderly, cognitively impaired donors, spending their money on designer goods, the Redstone Strategies fraud, creating a fake nonprofit to solicit donations, unemployment fraud, collecting pandemic benefits while working for a firm later exposed as a Ponzi scheme, and false financial disclosures, attesting to Congress that he was a multimillionaire. Prosecutors say they were bald-faced lies of a professional fraudster to produce a fictitious public image of a highly educated, independently wealthy businessman.
At Citigroup, I was told, oh, you're a really smart guy, and here I am. Today I am a proud regional director of a $1.5 billion fund.
But there were no prestigious jobs, no real estate holdings, no college degree.
The reality is it's a witch hunt.
The sentencing report blasts Santos for doubling down after being exposed.
You don't deserve that.
Even soliciting a vendor to forge a Baruch College diploma. The government's asking for 87 months. His attorneys argue for just 24, citing his lack of priors, guilty pleas to wire fraud and identity theft, and a troubled upbringing.
He belongs in prison for at least 7 years. There are other people who lie to get into Congress, and nobody to the extent that George Santos did, but this should send a message.
Santos has agreed to pay restitution, but is complaining on social media he's facing more time than drug lords get when he's sentenced on April 25th. Carolyn Gusoff, CBS News, New York.
And also on social media today, Santos said that he will request solitary confinement during his prison term. We've been following the Santos case from the beginning. When the story first broke of him lying on his resume back in 2022, you can find all of our reporting on CBSNewYork.com.